Well, hello and good morning, one and all. How are you doing? Well, I hope. I I am definitely late. I'm definitely late, and while I have reasons for that, it doesn't necessarily mean that the reasons are really all that good. I stayed up too late. Plain and simple. So hello and greetings to you. I hope that you're doing fantastic today. Basilisk, Eli. That's all the people I see in chat, I swear. Nobody else exists. Yep, that's all that exists. Don't do that to your fiance. What? What are you talking about? I don't understand what do you mean? He's cruising for a biting. I suppose that's what you'll do when you come in to grab Ratchet's food, because he had this much. I question if he even ate this much, okay? But Ratchet came in, he ate something, and then he immediately turned and left. And he was like, okay, my ritual has been completed. He didn't even want the food. He wanted the food open in my office. That's what he wanted. Okay, so, let's get a playlist going, huh? Actually, got a bunch of playlists here. What should I listen to? I haven't listened to this in a while. Hello, Santa5. How you doing? Indeed, that is often how Ratchet operates. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, so... I got options for what I could do today. Should I do my daily chores that I typically do when I start the server? What I do when I start the server normally is I chop down all the oaks and all the dark oaks and replant them. I will unfortunately have to bounce soon, going to a friend's place for Friendsgiving. Is there a chance for a second stream tonight? We're very hopeful, but that's the way that things will shake out. I started late today because I woke up late, so I haven't spoke with the team. But, I mean, not getting a round of Vintage Story in would seem a bit of a shame if it was an option. Basically, if we didn't do it, even though everybody's available, that would be a shame, so... I guess this is what I'm doing. I will be honest, I was contemplating playing a bit of Skyrim today, but just didn't go that way. No Skyrim? Well, here's the thing, like... So, Skyrim isn't the same game that I played whenever it, you know... It's not even the same game that I played whenever I did the series. Because Bethesda doesn't stop updating it. And whenever I say updating it, I mean they're constantly releasing paid mods for the game. And it just gives me such conflicted feelings. Mostly because the game was fine, it was perfectly balanced. But now, it's got a bunch of content that's not appropriately distributed in the loot table. Okay, and when I say that, I mean like there's weapons and armor that can spawn in the very first dungeon of the game that is built specifically for people who have already built endgame characters. And you can just arbitrarily get it.
Ooh la la.
And that I think is my biggest problem with the we never stop updating our games now type of attitude that has gripped the games industry. It's like, no, we can't let our games be done products. We have to constantly add on to them because recurrent revenue is what the entire industry runs on now. And it bothers me. Oh my god, does it bother me so much. Doomsday subscribes with Prime. Hey, thank you so much. Hello, Strife and chat. How are you doing there, Doomsday? Good to know that I'm worth both. Well, it's good to know that I'm worth your time and I'm worth Bezos's money. How you doing? Hello, Black Claw. How you doing? Greetings and welcome to the YouTube side of the stream. Not a lot of people show up over there. I better hit the hay. I don't want creepers shuffling up on me. Todd Howard will find a way to make you buy another copy of Skyrim and you will like it. I mean, here's the deal, okay? I own Skyrim on Steam, okay? I own 2 different versions of Skyrim on Steam. But here's the thing, I own... like, Skyrim had 2 primary releases, okay? Now, I know, like, Skyrim has been re-released how many times over, etc. jokes. But there's the original build of Skyrim, which I still have, which is a 32-bit application, okay? Then, after the release of Fallout 4, Bethesda upgraded their game engine to be a 64-bit game engine, okay? So what they did was they re-released it as the Skyrim Special Edition, and they moved the entire game... Oh my god.
La.
What are you doing over here? You starting a hype train on me? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna ignore that. So... Bethesda moved Skyrim over to the 64-bit version of their game after they upgraded the engine to 64-bit, and it's working out. It worked out for the game really, really well. It runs a lot smoother, and there's just a finer polish on the game. Makes a lot of sense for them to have done that. But then, after always online, recurrent revenue streams, basically the Fortnite effect, where it's like, oh, we're always releasing new material for our games, we're releasing skin packs, etc. After that became a standard within the games industry, Bethesda ended up releasing what's known as Skyrim Anniversary Edition, and they forcibly pushed that out. They forcibly upgraded all of the special editions to anniversary editions. And that broke mods. Steam can no longer tell that your special edition is actually the anniversary edition, which is a different build of the game. So mods that were built to operate on the special edition now no longer work on your special edition because you got a forcible upgrade to the anniversary edition. Thought I'd join here. I thought I'd join in here. Join in on the fun in here. God, bleh. I cannot words. Okay. Tev, thank you very much for the subscription. 80 months at tier 2. Thank you. Thank you. Basilisk, thank you very much for 1,000 bits. That's much appreciated. Cortex, 100 bits. You can't ignore the hype. I'm doing my best to ignore the hype. You can't make me acknowledge the hype, okay? Listen, I'm over here and I'm just trying to quietly lumberjack while I drink my coffee and eat my toast. Okay? I have to wake up. Where are the squats? Oh my god, I completely forgot that I left those off. Alright, I'll turn the squat redemption on Twitch. Chat, you're so freaking demanding today. I swear. How's your day been so far? I just woke up. I slept in so hard. Like, I was up until like 5 o'clock in the morning. I was doing video work and I didn't even finish the video. I should have published something today, but I chose to not, because I was like, okay, the video's done and I am dead tired and I still have to make a thumbnail and do the metadata for the video, and I was like, I don't have the energy to do metadata material. I have to go to bed. So I pulled an all-nighter to finish a video, finished the video, and then realized that, like, basically all of the important stuff that surrounds the video was not done, and I was not willing to do it. So, you know, that's a fun one. That is a fun one. So yeah, that's your answer to how my day has gone. I technically it hasn't, because I only just got up like an hour ago. I ran out of coffee too. I used the very oh man, I lucked out on the coffee situation. Thank you very much for the 300 bits there, Tev. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, Cortex. Thank you very much for the 300 bits, Tev. Have another acknowledgement of hype. Yes, I see you over there, Doomsday, with your you know, spamming of the panty emote. The hype train isn't progressing for anyone else? Oh wait, never mind. Oh man. So, I'm surprised at how I'm feeling right now. I figured that for certain I would be way more drawn out and sleepy, but I'm not, much to my surprise. I can tell that I haven't gotten enough sleep, but I don't feel actively, like, tired, and I think that that's gonna change a little bit as the day goes on. Like, usually whenever I'm finished with streaming and everything, I go out and do grocery shopping, etc. And I think after I do grocery shopping, I'm gonna, like, sit down on the couch, and I'm gonna pass the fuck out for a nap. And if that's not what happens today, I will be amazed. So... recently went back to Fallout 3 for fun and went back to your videos for nostalgia purposes. Really? Well, hey. Thank you so much. I mean, I'll be interested to see if we actually get a remaster of Fallout 3 like a couple of leaked documents predicted. Oh my god, you guys keep freaking a level 3 hype train. Tev just earned the 50,000 bit badge. God. Like, all of these tips are nothing but Cortex and Tev. What are you two doing over here? You guys do know that there is a possibility for other people to show up later in a stream. If you want to start a hype train, do it when more people are around. We're just, you know, not. You could also not. I'm just saying, you know. Thank you for the 300 bits, Tev. Thank you for the 100 bits. Have one more cheer and acknowledgement of hype, Mr. Capitalist Man. Oh, that's right, the hype emote. I've really got to fix the information card here on my BRB screen, because it's still using the old emote on the info card. Not too surprising. I made the info card, and then immediately after I made the info card, Twitch was like, you can't have that. That's against the terms of service. Oh my god, Basilisk, that's 1,000 bits. What are you doing? Jeez. You are safe from me for now. Listen, I'm back with my 12 boxes of pasta shells. Is that what you tip people? Doomsday? Like, we're right in the middle of a hype train. I can just see you, like, tipping people past the shells. Like, you specifically open the whole box and you start throwing just the individual shells. Oh my god. Again? Again with the bits? Chat, you can stop now, please. It's okay. You can stop. I'm too tired for this. I'm not out of my bit ammo for October. That's really not what I wanted to hear from you, Basilisk. It's not October. It's November. Oh my god. Oh my god. What are we up to now? Level 4? Chat, this is... Why? I don't have the energy for this, chat. You're putting me through the ringer here. Thank you for 200 bits there, Basilisk. And 2 separate sets of 600 bits there, Tev. I don't know what I've read and what I haven't read. Man. But I'm very interested to see whether or not we actually get a remaster of Fallout 3, because there was an internal document from Bethesda about their planned release schedule. And you know how it is whenever it's like, oh, this is like the plan for the next 3 years. Whenever a document like that gets leaked, you don't know for certain if it actually is accurate. You don't know if it's real. It could be just something that someone made up and pushed out onto the internet, you know? But while the timing of the document was wrong, because it was a document that was written up before the COVID pandemic, everything on that list has ultimately happened. Everything that was planned on that list has been announced and come to pass so far. Well, almost everything. I think like 75% of it. And one of the things that was like on the later half of the list was a Fallout 3 remaster. So I'm very interested. We want Fallout 3 Special Edition. And that's what I think it would more or less be. I think it would be Fallout 3 specifically ported over to the newer creation engine that they've done. Because you have to remember, when Fallout 3 came out, technically the Gamebryo engine that Bethesda was building their games on, and technically still is, the Gamebryo engine was still a piece of software that was available to purchase out in the wild. Now, the Gamebryo engine and the company that made it, they're defunct. They don't exist anymore. But, you know, it's like the creation engine is just a modified version of the Gamebryo engine. So that's what I would expect a Fallout 3 remaster to be. Essentially a 64-bit upgrade. And I don't know how equitable the transition would be, or how smooth the transition from the old engine to the new engine would be. Because you have to remember, every single time that you iterate upon an engine by modifying it and improving it, which, you know, as many problems as there are with Bethesda's game engine, it's still a fun. It's still at least a half decent game engine. Okay, at least a half decent game engine with a lot of community knowledge built up around how to manipulate it. So the problem is that the creation engine that they have built now for Starfield, which is what I imagine they would be moving the game over to. You have to remember that with every game, that engine has been modified heavily. So you have Fallout 3, and then you have Skyrim after it, Fallout 4? Was it Fallout 4? Yeah, it was Fallout 4 after it. So you have Skyrim and Fallout 4, and then Starfield. So that's 3 iterations of that engine of separation between Fallout 3 and the version of the engine it was built to run on versus the modern version of the engine that they have. So the question is, like, can you just port that over without any problems, or are you going to start to have some very serious issues showing up? All right, chat. You have done an incredible job of moving us over to... You have done an incredible job of moving us into a level 4 hype train out of freaking nowhere and messing around with me. When I didn't need it. So congratulations to you on that front. I hope you feel accomplished. The fall damage emote is pretty good, isn't it? Man, that red card. Okay, so we've finished with the normal oak. Oh, I need to grab some food. I ate the last of my tato. Oh, that reminds me, I shoved some fish in here. We'll hold off on cooking any more fish until it's a full stack. You're clocking in. You're clocking in with a red card. No, I get it. I get it. I think the funniest story that I've ever... I think the funniest story I've ever heard about, people using a card to clock in was a company that was so remarkably cheap that they never upgraded their clock in, clock out system. And we're talking, really didn't upgrade. The clock in, clock out system was like an original punch card machine. Which, I don't know how many of you are aware of what a punch card machine even was. It was old whenever I was young, so... when I, like, what these... the company never upgraded its punch card system for keeping track of employees' time. And at some point, they were forced to remove the old one. And somebody, whoever was responsible for upgrading it, had figured out or realized that an entire generation of employees who worked at this one particular facility, which I think was like out of the way, they figured out how to take the machine apart, basically take the face off the machine, grab the rotating dial that punched the cards, remove it, rotate it forward by 4 hours, put it back on, put the machine together, punch their card, take it apart, rotate the dial back 4 hours, and then put it back together. They had figured out how to take the thing apart to give themselves 4 extra hours of work every day when they punched their cards. And they had been doing this for decades because the company was so cheap about getting rid of their old equipment. And this isn't a situation where the company was evidently hurting for it or anything. It's like, no, the company had money to replace this stuff. And they were paying everybody, all of the technicians in this particular facility, 4 extra hours every day because it was insane. That is... I mean, I don't even know what to freaking say, man. That is just... Yes, it is absolute genius, but holy the length to which it went on is what is the most astonishing in my opinion. Like, someone figuring out how to take apart a physical punch card machine and manipulate it because it's an old piece of tech and it's all, you know, beat up and they're not going to find parts for it or whatever. That's one story. But having that go on for decades is another. That's one way to stick it to the corporation. I know, right? Shit, man. If I could, like, punch a steady extra 4 hours on the clock every single day that I wasn't actually there for, you know what I would probably do? I would just take all of that money and I would put it into a freaking... an IRA or something, you know? Put it in the market. Let it freaking grow. Because this is a fun detail. Once, a bank accidentally credited some guy's account with like over $1 million, okay? And what this guy did was instead of spending it, he took that $1 million, dumped it into an investment fund. And he was like, the bank will figure out that they're missing that money eventually. So he doesn't tell the bank that they've made this mistake. He just waits for them to figure it out, okay? And in the meantime, he takes all that money, he dumps it into a market fund. Which, if you don't know anything about investing, it is basically the safest method of investing that exists. It's the lowest amount of risk, it's the highest for the least amount of reward, but it's basically steady reward over a long period of time. Takes them, surprisingly, I think like a year to actually do this. To actually figure out that they mistakenly credited some guy's account with $1 million. I can understand. It's a bank. They deal with so much money on a daily basis. $1 million ain't a whole lot. So they come for the money, and it's not simple getting $1 million out of an investment account. So he takes some time to get the money out of the investment account and give it back to the bank, okay? And when the bank realizes he can't just give the money back instantly because he put it in an investment account, they say, you have to give us the interest. That, like, you used our money to make that interest. That's ours. And he says, like hell it is. The interest happened while I was waiting for you to fix your mistake. That interest is mine. I was the one who moved that money into an investment account. That makes it mine. It doesn't matter that it wasn't my money in the first place, but the interest belongs to me. So they go to court over this, and he wins. He wins. The court rules in his favor, and this is an American story of all things. They're like, no, like, it's your mistake that you gave him $1 million, and it's totally right to expect it to be returned to you, but you can't, like, that interest is his, because it was put into an account controlled by him in his name. So while he's while you know, you can expect the money back because it doesn't, you're not getting the exact same $1 million back. You're getting $1 million back, not the $1 million back. So it's just, on one hand, I could never do that. That would be such a gamble. Was it a trial by judge? I mean, it would definitely be a trial by judge. That's definitely not a, I don't think that that's a civil case that would warrant a jury. Now that I think about it, I'm repeating this story, and I don't think I've ever fact-checked it. It could be entirely wrong now that I realize. I could be spreading misinformation. Although the most harmless type of misinformation out there, how many people actually get an accidental $1 million in their freaking checking account from the bank, and it takes ages for them to actually figure out that they did it. Still a funny story. I mean, if it's true, I mean, congratulations to the dude who got a... Well, I don't know that it would qualify as getting his bag, because $1 million... A meaningful amount of money... It depends on the type of year that the market is having, you know? $1 million invested in a broad market fund will return anywhere from $60,000 to $100,000 in a year on average. It depends on the type of year that you're having. Who remembers that incident where people were getting rich from GameStop stock? Oh man, yeah, that was a thing. Hello, Nathan. How you doing? Greetings over there on the YouTubes. I'm sorry, chat. I've been ignoring you to a certain degree because I've been so busy chopping trees and telling stories. Which is surprisingly a little bit like kicking ass and taking names. Not entirely the same. Tev, go eat. I can hear you hiccuping around the corner. Go eat. You can't make me? Chat, if Tev doesn't go and eat, I'm gonna put you guys out on a BRB screen, and I'm gonna fire up my freaking cast iron skillet downstairs, and I'm gonna make her an egg sandwich. Bully Tev into like going downstairs for some breakfast. I vote for cooking stream. Man, there is no chance in hell that I am going to be doing a cooking stream, because to do a proper cooking stream, you need multiple cameras and actual lighting and a stove that's not up against the wall. My ride is here, so I hope everyone has a good day and hope to see you for tonight's stream. Hey, enjoy yourself, Basilis, and have a good one. Catch you later. Thank you so much for all the support and the bits and stuff. you guys use a gas stove? Nope, we do not have gas in this house. Pretty certain the lines were taken out ages ago. Oh yeah, I'm finally getting my PC fixed. Nice! What exactly happened to it? I forget. $300 something, but it should fix the problems. Man. All I can say, Cortex, is congratulations on finally being able to get it done, and getting it done before, you know, there's a chance for price spikes and everything. Man, the price spikes. Yep. The analysis of the impact of potential changes in tariffs, well, implementation of tariffs and whatnot would definitely it'll definitely lead to a big uptick. I think the latest number that I heard reported from, was it Forbes or something, was that console, just consoles, you know, video game consoles would go up in America by 40% due to it if tariffs as proposed or bandied about were actually to go into place. A 40% increase is pretty substantial. So PSU was dying, the fan wasn't spinning inside of it. Graphics card getting maintained, CPU fan getting replaced as its fan sat on the tines, making a clicking noise whenever it turned on. Okay, so you're basically replacing your CPU cooler. You're getting a new power supply unit. That sounds... The graphics card getting maintained sounds like nothing's changing with it. At least that's the way that it's coming across to me. Alright, so my chores here are done. I can go ahead and I can slap down whatever I want now. Well, I can fill the rest of my day with whatever I want to. In regards to play on the server. Admittedly, I'm probably playing Minecraft in the most boring way possible these days. You know, making certain to constantly just chop trees down non-stop all the time. I mean, hell, I've got so many trees to get through on this server. I'll never stop chopping trees for the foreseeable future. It will be forever before I finish filling this warehouse. Greetings. How are you doing? I do want to remind everyone that new pictures have been taken. New pictures have been taken. So it is possible for donations to go towards another pick release. A collective 100. Nifty redeemed 5 squad. Oh my god! Like I didn't realize that Nifty was hanging out. It also made me realize that I didn't bring up the window to manage requests. Oh boy, new picks? Yes, yes. There are new picks. You know what? I think... Give me a moment. Let me check. 'Cause I where was it? Was it this one? Yeah, okay. I took over 600 pictures, and out of them I managed to extract 89 that might be good enough for publish. Granted, like that's like the first cut. I still have to do a second cut figuring out what's worth keeping and not. Are there any other projects you've been pushing off that you could start today? I remember you said something a while ago about an ocean monument or something. Yes, the ocean monument, it has been identified, and we can go ahead and clean it out. I'm not doing that alone, though. I will be doing that ocean monument with Tev when the time finally comes. So that's a thing. Oh my, the white dress looks scandalous. Okay, Ratchet. Yep, I got your food. Here you go. Have you tried on the blue stuff? Yes. Yes, the blue set is actually part of what I took pictures in. So I could have a potential 1, 2, 3... 4. Up to 5 pictures could come out of this, I think. So.
He was pestering me for food.
What about your food?
I'm about to go get it.
Good. There you go ahead. Flip me a bird.
Mm-hmm. 2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them. Okay. Yeah. Well. You're an absolute acrobat, flipping all over the place there.
Get food.
Yes, that's what you need to be doing, getting food.
I'd rather lay down and sleep.
You'll lay down and sleep easier if you get food.
Fuck off.
Chat. With the getting fixed, I should be okay for a while. If anything does happen to it, though, I am getting a new unit, as I am not throwing any more money into that thing. I don't blame you. I don't blame you for not wanting to throw additional money into an aging computer. All right, so I dumped all of the wood into the warehouse, but I didn't pay attention to how full the chest has gotten now. Okay, yeah, the dark oak is damn near finished. Very close to done. Normal oak is going to take a bit longer. A lot of these trees take a long time. Like birch is going to take a long time because the trees tend to be very stout. Birch is going to take longer than oak because the trees tend to be more stout. Well, stout. More like stubby. I'm surprised that I haven't gone filled up as much of the spruce. Mangrove should go faster. I say should. The big problem is that it's a huge amount of freaking roots that come out of the mangrove tree as well. Acacia is done. I think after I'm done with dark oak, the next thing that I'm going to do for large trees is going to be jungle wood, because it took me forever to realize I don't have jungle wood here. I also don't know how long it's going to take me to get... Wow. Yeah, okay. Cherry won't take that terribly long then, because I didn't farm cherry for very long, and this is what I got out of it. Cherry is a pain to chop down, but there are so many limbs to a cherry tree. Holy crap, are there a lot of limbs to a cherry tree. So plenty of wood comes out of one sapling. Okay, how we doing for, Man, I got, like, nothing for basalt here. Plus the occasional random beehive spawning. Not if you control your flowers. Trees will not spawn with beehives if there are no flowers in the vicinity. I think that the distance limit is like either 5 or 10 blocks. So if there are no flowers within 5 to 10 blocks of a tree, specifically a birch or oak tree, then there will be no beehives that randomly spawn. But yes, chat, that is a setup for you in regards to extras. If you guys are so inclined, the donate button allows you to potentially push further towards another saucy pick. I don't expect very much. It is an extra that is available on the table, and I do not advertise it particularly well, but it is an option. On a note, that chiffon robe was man, nice, very nice. Like, I actually finished with one of the photo shoots and I just kind of wore it around. I was like, this is actually really nice. I get why people buy this now, man. And then I had to eventually, like, actually put some real clothes on because it was getting cold and we had the windows open. There may have been a little bit of a shrinkage going on. What kind of note? A sticky note or a legal tender note? Yes. Shrinkage? How would you tell? Well, you can't tell if you're just looking, because, you know, things are already so small. But, whenever you actually own what's shrinking. You can feel it whenever it's happening. That's all I'm saying. Server-wide plans. What do we have over here? Find more copper. Copper. Stash of scaffold. Stockpile quartz. Wait, do I not have scaffolding here? Looks like I don't. No scaffolding. Man. Also, it sounds like I have a, Alright. We got a trader here. Let's find out what he's offering. Horned coral block. I'll bite. Nothing like a little bit of horny coral. Every single time a trader comes through, I talk to them. And almost without fail, they have coral of some type. Okay, so, I could go to the Nether and try to collect up quartz. That's a reasonable option. There is another thing that I need to do, though. The spawn area of my server was decimated by a lightning strike. This was a huge project that took me forever to fix, to build. This is basically what it looked like on the inside. And lightning hit it. Also, the Endermen have not been kind to the spawn area either, so... The thing is, I don't know how long ago this happened. My God, these Enders really went to town on this place. They have been popping in and out of here for ages. So to fix this up, I would need to, to fix this up, I would have to first go and find an old version of the server from my files where it's in one piece and just figure out what the hell it looked like to restore it. And that's a big undertaking. I mean, nobody uses Spawn because, like, this is a private server. Like, new people coming along is extremely, extremely rare. So, I don't know how much value the Spawn area has in the first place. For that matter, I don't know if Spawn has ended up moving because, you know, Minecraft code changes. It's a little bit like whenever you hit puberty and you know they send you through one of those classes where it's like you're going to experience changes, you know. Minecraft, the way it's coded means that it changes in ways that it was never intended to. What are we, 9? Well, listen, if it's necessary, we can do a class on puberty right now, chat. I don't have a problem with educating anybody. Although I will admit, my specialty is actually sex ed. Not quite for anybody. God, I think I'm good. Will, what the heck? What? What? I didn't do anything. What's wrong? Okay, so it's possible I misheard you. Your specialty is what now? Sex ed. I can teach you how to make babu or how to prevent making babu. Are you qualified? I've done it quite a lot in my life, which means that I understand sex and I can teach you all about it. Experience. I have experience, so I can describe many, many things to you. Find copper, stockpile quartz, stash a scaffold. I'm kind of torn about what to do. I don't want to get started on like a massive project. You know what? Let me look at the server map. You know, there's a surprising amount of the server that's been connected via road. Like, a surprising amount of it. So chat, I'm gonna want your input on this because you guys are watching. What do you think is worth engaging as a project? Should I try to just like collect up resources some more, or do you think I should probably try for a building project? Because it's possible for me to do some amount of building, but I'm not entirely certain if it would be like Piglin Strip Club. Jeebus Creebus. Oh, honey, hey, shake those hams. try for happy. God. Oh my word. One thing that I would like to do is try to figure out how to get a road or a track out to the outlier tower. Do you have the materials for a conduit for the ocean monument? What does it take to make a conduit? I haven't thought of doing a conduit in a long time. A beacon-like block that provides conduit power effect and attacks monsters underwater. Conduit drops an item when broken with any tool or by hand, but a pickaxe is the fastest way to break it. Conduit power. When activated, conduits give the conduit power effect to all players in contact with rain or water. With a spherical range of 32 by 96 blocks, this effect restores oxygen, gives underwater night vision, and increases mining speed by 16.7%. Conduits also damage any hostile mobs like drowned guardians and elder guardians within a range of 8 blocks. Conduits can be activated by any biome at any height or any depth. To activate a conduit, it needs to be in the center of a 3-3 volume of water. Yes, hello. Hi. Heart of the Sea and 8 Nautilus shells and prismarine blocks to boost it. Well, I have 0 prismarine because I've not cleared a monument, so... It's time for your weekly maintenance. Good to see you already have the ratchet. How you doing there, buddy? Oh, he's purring. He's purring. He's getting his lap time. He was so upset yesterday. I didn't play with him the way that he wanted me to. Man, I got clean clothes, Ratchet. You are furring me so hard, too. There you go. Good boy. You made a baby. Well, now I get to ruin my wrists. Because there's no comfortable position to hold my wrists in. Whenever he's hanging out in my lap like this. Okay. You know what? You know what? I have an entire full shulker box of ink. I need to drag this out to Crossroads at the very least. So we're just gonna ride the rails for a little bit to get something to Crossroads, and then I'll probably come back. That's side shell. That's the south line. West line. Here we go. Of course, you would settle up just as I'm finishing up my coffee, too. So, chat, how has your day been? How's your week been, for that matter? Well, I hope. I mean, I ask how the week has been, but man, I know that it hasn't been exactly the best of best weeks for many people. So there's that. Warmed over shit. God. Yeah, that's probably a good way to put things. Sometimes I forget that current events... Sometimes I forget current events have happened whenever I start asking that type of a question. So, you know. Probably should have thought twice about that statement. Okay. The short rail line ride is done. Now for the long one. Man. Well, that's part of the reason why I'm here today, you know? I'm trying to make your life better and all that stuff. Oh, he's so happy. To have the life of a cat. So. Such a simple life of a house cat, and happy. Actually, when I had family over for Halloween, they were telling me about they've come up with some sort of a medical treatment for, felines tend to have a problem with their liver and or kidneys crop up, and it's like the major cause that leads to, you know, them passing away. You know, it's one of the reasons that cats tend to last something in the ballpark of a decade, and then they don't really go any much longer than that. It's because kidney or liver failure, and evidently there's treatment for this now. Where it's like, no, you can basically do... I don't know if it's one time or if it's ongoing treatment, but cats can now last up to 30 years with this treatment because it eliminates, just straight up eliminates, the kidney and liver problems that would always crop up. Now, it's preventative. It's not like, uh-oh, something's wrong, we have to fix it. It's like, you know, oh, hey, I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and do this ahead of time, and it'll save your cat. Keep them ticking for a lot longer. So, like, I was very, very interested to see that. To be honest, I'd love to see sources on it. I can still, I can still message my brother-in-law for some information. He would definitely be forthcoming with info, mostly because he loves cats, even though he himself is unable to have cats because of his allergies. So I'm like, if it's true, you know, with the enormous asterisk, if that is true and correct, it's fantastic news, you know. Man, I managed to slip in while all of the villagers are sleeping so I don't have to hear their constant sounds. Their humming and hang. "30 years of cat." I mean, I can't imagine cats being 30 years old. It's just such a bizarre thing to learn about, you know? Nothing's looking around here. Pretty quiet. Okay, cool. Oh, you know what I haven't checked on? I need to resupply all the chicken eggs. This is going to be running for a hot minute before it actually hits that point. Okay. Imagine a cat old enough to drive itself to the vet. God. I could just see a cat being like, I got my miracle drug now, and like he immediately lights up a big cigar and starts drinking whiskey out of a highball glass or something, and it's like, yeah, I'll live another 30 years. I can enjoy the dirty things in life. He has really just settled down. He could not be more happy. Is lurking in chat the same as going AFK? Maybe, sort of. Like, whenever I hear AFK, I think that if you get a message, you won't be replying to it until AFK is over. When it comes to lurking in chat, I feel like there's a possibility of you responding to something, but only if it's like a really, really big deal. Or particularly compelling. I think lurking in chat is basically the same as like I've put a stream on the side and I don't intend on communicating. But maybe under the right circumstances, I'll actually speak up and say something. You know? That's what it says to me. We just want to know how good the quality of life would be for a 30-year-old cat. A lot of stuff like arthritis and tooth decay could make the back 20 kind of shitty. Yeah, that would be a real big concern. frankly, I've known so like I don't think I've ever heard of a cat getting to 30 years old. And if I have, then they're like a record holder or something, you know. But at least for now, Ratchet is far from that threshold. He's only like maybe 5? I can't remember. Wait a minute. I think I might be able to figure something out here. If I open up my photo app and I navigate away from all of the filth I have. Oh my god, he was so small. He was so small. And scruffy. Oh. Look at him. He was so small and scruffy. He was so just like picked up off the street. And so like kitten as well. Man. Well, he kind of was. Yeah, full stop. He was like picked up off the street and scruffy as a result of it, so he was very scrunky. What do I do with myself now, man? I've sorted out so many freaking chores. You know what I'm gonna do? I need to figure out how deep the oceans go in this game. Little Mr. Scrumble, yes. So this is the question, right? Fairies. Oh, yeah, the Outlier Tower is over this way. Okay, so oh my god, 1.9. So long ago. Such a cute kitty. He is a cute kitty. I love this boy. He's my beloved kitty cat. And I take care of him. And he never, ever stops. Outlier Tower. Okay, cool. My mommy doesn't let me watch YouTubers who swear. Do you swear? Occasionally, I do. Occasionally, I do. Sorry to tell you. Have you thought about setting up command blocks or big nether portal highways to point to specific sets of chunks, and each time you update versions, extend that deliberately? I don't use command blocks on the server, mostly because I just really like doing things the normal way. Okay, lest I be mistaken, I never made any sort of a station on the server. Hell, I don't even remember. Yeah, there's water down there. I don't use command blocks because I don't really like them. I like doing things the hard way, as it were. That's a huge component of this game. But the Nether Highway itself is very much so... Oh man, this was whenever I was going torch crazy on the tunnels. There's a bat down here. More than one. Woo. I mean, like a museum of each version's world gen all in one map. I'm not entirely certain I understand your meaning. I thought Strife Solutions used the best cutting-edge tech. Well, you could definitely cut yourself on the edges of the tech that I produce. Not many people have maps as old as yours here. That is very true. That is true. Like, the fact that I am still maintaining this map is something else. I could have sworn I had a space somewhere around here specifically for growing nether wart. I have to figure out where to put a station, because I want to get a station here, because I don't think that there's going to be... I don't think that there's space to do an overland route to the Outlier Tower here, because I think it's all ocean. So the overland route is mostly going to be boats. Ah, okay, it was over here. Okay, so I did make another wart farm. Man, my construction here was just so Spartan. Okay, so... Alright, I've learned that... How deep do oceans go? Biomes. Ocean, ocean, ocean. Okay, so let's see. We've got the ocean, a standard ocean variant. The ground is mainly covered with gravel. Mobs naturally spawn. Frozen ocean. A deep frozen ocean, a cold ocean, a deep cold ocean. Warm ocean. Okay, so Max depth of Minecraft. I want to dig a tunnel out to the Outlier Tower, but I have to deal with oceans, so I have to figure out. Okay, so 3 years ago, it would appear that the depth of oceans can be as low as 30. And they can't go any lower than that. So as long as I dig my train tunnels down to 30, it should be fine. Every Strife mobile has a sharp leading edge about 3 feet off the ground for the kids to admire. God. Okay, so that means that regardless of where I build the, regardless of where I put the station here, the line has to go down to a height of roughly 20, which definitely puts me in an awkward situation. I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna disconnect. Go into single player. There's an old copy of the world, but it has enough information on it. Okay, so this is a single player. This is an old single player copy of the world. And this... Oh my god! It's full. It's complete in my single player world. I have a perfect... I have a... I could fix the place up now that I know that I have this in my single player folder. This is what the spawn area used to look like before it burned down because of lightning. Okay, so... I've got to figure out how to get a road out northward here. Might just stretch it over here. World generation in this area is particularly jacked up. Maybe it would make more sense to come out this way. It's just so wild how the world generation has changed over the years. And you can see how my world has been present through several of them. I mean, there used to be a village here. It's definitely suffered the ills of the world changes. I don't know, man. Like, I already built a road that goes north right here and comes out the other side. This is the closest that I get to it, you know? Like, this road right here is the closest that I get to this land bridge. Oh man, this is a bastard of a system to have to deal with. Is this actually still populated? Doesn't look like it. I hear the cat's still hanging around. But I don't... Oh my god, there are. Holy crap. There's still villagers in this place. Okay. So, Got a jungle biome. And if we just fly straight north from here, what will things look like? Because I think I don't remember if I've flown over this area before in previous playthroughs. This is a long way, though. Bamboo forest. So do you use this world to build, to experiment how builds will look in a single-player world? No, not really. I have a flat world where I test a lot of stuff out. And that flat world is, it's not perfect. It's give and take, I guess. Okay, I think I'm close to it. This is kind of looking familiar. Yep, there it is. There it is. That's the outlier tower right there. So this is where I logged out on the server. The main reason I have a copy of the multiplayer world on single player is for the purpose of trying to figure out how to build the roads. Being able to go into creative mode and just fly from one location to another and check the landscape that I'm going to be dealing with makes a huge amount of difference. I can show you the world. Yes. So checking whether or not I'd be able to do a land bridge or an overland route is a really big deal. And the question becomes whether or not I try to like work. How much do I stay on land versus how much do I bridge over water is more or less the big question. And knowing the landscape is going to make all the difference in the world. Now, obviously, it's a long route, and it's basically almost entirely through woodland, it would appear. There's not a lot of just open plains available to me on this route. But it's also, like, I have to, like, I knew that there was going to be a whole bunch of ocean to deal with. So, you know, if I go directly north... I think it's north. Which direction am I facing right now? Okay, if I go directly south. So I'm at a height of 54 here. And yeah, there are flooded caves here. 47. So I would have to go down to a height of 40 roughly for the tunnels to be safe. Otherwise, I end up in a situation where the tunnel has to go straight through the underwater area and I have to build through it, and that's a huge pain in the butt. So I'm trying to plan for the train tunnel as well, because the train tunnel is going to go in at some point. And the thing is, if you would be so kind as to entertain me, basically, if this is a nether portal, and then we, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is another nether portal, and these two, like, there's a line in the nether that connects these two portals. So, you know, I have the highway in the nether that connects these two portals, and then and these portals are the minimum distance apart that you can get away with in the nether, and for them to not accidentally connect to each other, which results in this long distance in the overworld. So in the overworld, I put a town in between them, you know? So this is a town in between nether portals in the overworld that has no nether portal, and can only be accessed either via rail line or by road. And that's basically the way that the entire server is set up. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, oops, and then a town in between, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's a town in between, you know. And like this one right here, this is your crowning jewel because that's mid-crest, you know. So ooh, the boy's twitchy. A simple solution to nearly every problem is fire. Okay. So there's nothing stopping me from having to deal with flooded caves, but now the question becomes, do I try to run a road out across this like little absolutely bastardized world generation? Or do I try to avoid this world generation? I'm kind of partial to the idea that the road splits, like it comes up over here already. I'm kind of partial to the idea that it forks off, comes around here underneath this bridge. And I guess maybe it comes up through the mountain here. Down over to here onto this land bridge. I'll have to build I'll have to manually build a bridge right here. And then I'll hit the actual landscape that stabilizes with you know, way better modern world generation. And then I'll have to deal with crossing this section of river. You kind of like the idea of a road through the weird world gen? Yeah, same. And the big thing about the roads that I build over ground is the fact that I don't want to be cutting through the land. I want to be working with the land as best as possible. I think maybe the road would follow the coast like this. Until it hit right here, it would have to cross the river. Then it would be a nightmare. Like, jungle biomes are always a nightmare to build through. I've done it several times at this point. So the road would have to just basically cut straight through the forest. Come over here. And it would probably branch off of this taiga. That's a thick river too. And I would probably just carry it all the way out to here, cross the river, put it past the village, because why not? There's a village right like, I don't I don't know when this village was spawned. You can see that there are still some villagers hanging out here, which is a big surprise. Like, the fact that they're not dead, I think, is owing to the fact that there's just enough distance from the outlier tower that they have remained unloaded for a big chunk of the work that was done over here. So yeah, I can absolutely get a big main road connecting to this place, and then I'll worry about whether or not the road, how the road intersects or bisects with this place and moves on to the next place, because the big deal is that this is the northern region of the server, you know. Hello, Clayton Reed, how you doing? So this place, this is the most northern town, and it's not really even a town. This was a place that I really struggled to build because, like, I wanted to build something new, but I didn't have any spark or idea about how to build a new location. So I just kind of built without having a better plan. Definitely pre 114. Oh well, the outlier tower, like the location as it is, the signpost on the Nether Highway, informs me that this place was built in version 1.9. So, anyways, the idea is that this is as far north as world generation has gone. So the world has never like it is an entirely ungenerated land up there. I haven't built any nether portals that reach further north, and I really do need to have access to the areas up there. So getting a road out to this location is super important. Oh, buddy. All right, come on, let's go. There we go. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh. Could build under it. Have root blocks decorating the inside of the tunnel. Never thought of doing that. Have you ever done the city construction challenge? I don't even know what that is, Black Claw. Why don't you type that out? And on that note, while you do that typing, chat, I am going to take my opportunity to get a refill on coffee since Ratchet has gotten off of my lap. So don't go anywhere on me. I will be back in a moment with more coffee. And we will continue planning infrastructure projects. Okay, I have returned. Whew. So the basic premise of the challenge is to build a city from the ground up. The original challenge was made back in 2011, so a lot of the stuff to it will need to be updated to today's standards. You would do it in stages / eras. Like stage 1 is you can only build with wooden items. You have to complete challenges to progress to the next stage or era. That sounds interesting. Unfortunately, it sounds a little bit against the grain of the way that I like to play the game. I try to make certain that anything that I build isn't just an empty house. I try to make certain that it actually has a point and a purpose for the player. Okay, well, I think it's possible to build the I think it's possible to build the road out here. Oh my god, there's another freaking village right over there. Talk about frequent. Well, this is definitely newer. You can tell by the... Well, no, that's an old well. This is a terrible house. Oh, whatever. Okay, so we would go past this little village. I would probably try to preserve this village. In fact, if I wanted to start any sort of a project, this would probably be a good place to start today. Back on the server. Try to wall this village off and save any of the villagers who are still hanging around here. Because I wouldn't have a problem with having a having traders hanging around here. Well, no wonder you're safe. You're not about to just jump out of the house. Put it in a snow globe. God. Okay. So, let me just head back to the tower here. And we'll go back to the server. And I think that that's what we're going to do. We're going to... How did he even get in there? He probably spawned in there. That's almost for certain the entire answer. Okay, what we'll do is we'll quit this. We'll return to the server. Oh, it's the middle of the night. I think with how the challenge is set up and how far we've come along, I think customization would be fun to see. Maybe I'll give it a shot. For now, like, believe it or not, I can't bring myself to play a lot of Minecraft if it isn't on this server. Like, at this point, that's where I'm at. I'm just like, nah, if it isn't on the server, I don't really freaking care, you know? Okay, so let's go ahead and load up the furnaces here. This was long before I figured out how to do trading halls and whatnot, so... That's right, I think I was going down into the mines here and collecting up buckets. Just buckets and buckets of stuff. You know what? We'll go ahead and get this going with lava. So we'll go down to the mines, we'll collect up 4 buckets of lava. This was before they put in, like, the water elevators and stuff in the game. That's how long ago it was. Gotta go to work. See you all later. Hey, it was nice to have you along for the ride for a little bit, Cortex. I hope that your day at work is decent. You know what I've never actually done in this game? Just improved an existing village. Like, I've relocated villagers from a village. I have also gone in and corralled all of the villagers into a single house, ripped down the entire village, and built up a new facility where the village once was. I've done that as well. I've never actually gone in, walled off a village, and just basically improved it. Oh, I have been through here, though, because I turned all of the raw ore, blocks of ore, into actual blobs. So that's been done. Okay, so we'll go ahead and load those up, and we'll just wait for them to tick over. You've renovated a village. It was pretty fun. Did you renovate the village in its entirety, or did you, like... How do I phrase this? Did you turn the village into something entirely new, or did you try to maintain the existing, like, pre-generated building aesthetic? There we go. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's go ahead and use... We can't just build a wall. We have to... Oh my god, there's so much stone here. Okay, we'll just build a defensive wall for them first. Okay, that's what we're gonna do first. We're just gonna build a defensive wall. And I got plenty of torches here. Now, to make certain that I don't lose my way, I'm just gonna leave a trail of these. Saying goodbye to my wonderful, healthy roads. Oh yeah, whole village maintained most of the building shapes, but shifted them around for better paths and stuff. Well then. That's what you call really putting the work in. Okay, so the first question that we have to ask is whether or not we leave the terrain intact, or if we try to modify the terrain at all. I've always tried to do challenges and got pretty far into it. The farthest I have gotten into it is stage 3, where it really starts to come together. But that's where where having friends play would help. Oh man, this server started as a thing where friends play with me, and then it just kind of fell away. My God, dude, what are you doing up here? This is a dangerous place to be. Okay, so the way I see it, the wall can come to this spot back here, okay? So there's a lot of horses around here. There are a lot, and I mean a lot of villagers just hanging out in the hills here. That's not safe. They're not going to live. Let's go ahead and rip the top off of this hill to make it a little bit more flat. And to gather up enough dirt to build with to fill in a little bit of the lowland. I'm gonna do some amount of terraforming. It's necessary. Oh, full. Ah, shit, man. The music's over again. Man. Do I have a boat? I got a boat. Hello, sir. Sir. Sir, if you would please. There. Alright, I want to try to get as many of these guys into their houses so that they don't end up freaking dying when the sun goes down. Are there enough beds around here to house them? There might not be enough beds in this village. There might be absolutely 0 beds in this village. Alright, we gotta go back. We gotta go back. We gotta get freaking beds for them to sleep in. They're not gonna want to hang around this village if they don't have beds. There we go. Okay. Sun's going down too. Well, the villagers have successfully unloaded. I'm far enough away that they should be safe, I think. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to make the beds necessary, and I'm going to hang out here for a bit and pass the night. So, the question is, do I actually have the wool to make what I need? There's a lot of cobblestone here. Okay, do I have sheep over here? I should have sheep here. Hopefully I do. No, I do not have sheep. There are no sheep at the Outlier Tower. My God. This is a problem. Oh, this is a serious problem. Alright, well, they'll be safe as long as I pass the night somewhere else. I can hop back into the Nether and go somewhere else to get the beds. Man, I gotta put signposts in the Nether here. Pretty sure I went the right direction. I'm just going to kidnap you, good sir. Yeah, that's more or less what I've just done. Of course, I made the villages prettier. I think it was a modded game, so I had nice gardens and wood types. Oh, man. It's hard to believe how far along wood has, like, the wood types have come in Minecraft here. Like, we're about to get, like, a sort of ash wood down the red corridor. Is that a euphemism for having a period? The red corridor? I'm sorry. God. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Okay. Well, now you have to... I haven't done anything that bad. Okay, there's really only one thing to do because there's only one place that really has a lot of wool. Gotta hit the rails again. Okay, so... So while that goes, I can find some more fancy music to listen to. Idiotic Magnum. What a name for a bot. What a name for a bot. Oh, man. Oh, oh, wee. Man, oh, man. Whew. Now down the yellow corridor. Does that mean that you peed recently? Anyways, William, please. No, 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 no. It's William P. Don't you get it? Yep, I'm strangling you in the sleep. And finally down the grade corridor. Please, don't say what that's a euphemism for. I mean, listen, I think necrophilia is wrong, but... Okay, that one I actually apologize for. I let that one fly before I actually filtered it. Anyways, Jiggle Ham, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? How's your ham jiggling? Jiggling great. I really, really wish minecarts were a faster mode of transportation. The jiggling has begun. Yes, indeed, Blackclaw. Blackclaw, I have a question. Do you ever come over to the stream on Twitch, or have you just, like, shown up for the first time ever to one of my streams here on YouTube? Because, like, it's noteworthy that anybody is in the YouTube side of things. I'm super happy about it, by the way. Thank you very much. But I'm just trying to suss out some information. So, you have regrets. Well, hey, you were the one who showed up to the stream. You should have known that shit could actually hit the fan. Which specifically is the brown tunnel. But anyways, I need to follow your Twitch channel. Okay, so that is basically as much information as I was expecting to get. All right, I have no backup wool, so I'm gonna have to grab some. And each bed is 3. Aw, those old pictures of Ratchet. 64 divided by 3, that makes 21 beds. Oh my god, 1 stack of ink and 1 stack of wool will be more than enough. I'll locally source the wood. That's the wrong collection chest. Okay. Got the wool. Okay, I come here for the tiny penis jokes. I mean, it wasn't gonna be long before I ran out of penis jokes. My repertoire of tiny tinglers just doesn't really reach that far. What do you expect out of me? I followed your original channel since 2014-15, I think. Oh, cool. Okay, then. Did you find out who I was because of the Yogscast, or was it because of my Fallout Bethesda presence? Well, of course it's not long. That's why it's called tiny. Maybe if I actually get around to making t-shirts and stuff, that's what I need to do. Just all of the t-shirts have nothing but innuendos about tiny penis. Like that's all that's ever on any of the shirts. It's just like a fancy logo or icon, and then a statement that could very easily be understood as a small penis joke. It's just like tiny tinglers, and it's like a pair of like small bells or something. And that's it. That's all that it is, you know. I think I found out about you from Fallout New Vegas guides. Man, that is going a good ways back. I think it was right towards the end of the Yogscast. Yeah, 2015. I think 2016 was whenever I left the Yogscast. So, but the question becomes whether or not people came to know of me because of my association with them versus people found out about me because of just me doing my thing. Like, I can never remember how anybody found me. I can remember a lot of first interactions with some of chat. A little bit like the first time that I've had some particular garments gifted to me and whatnot. So, back in the days when I was like pulling, you know, like 50 regular viewers on a Twitch stream. I have thoroughly failed to adjust and innovate. I have remained the same boring old dude. Well, I started out as a boring dude. Now I'm just a boring old dude on Twitch. So, you give and take. Okay. Come to think of it, someone I forget who, someone was talking to me about the fact that the flags in the background there's not a whole lot of variety for the flags in the background. I heard about you when I was watching the Yogscast forever ago, but I only really started getting into your content through Lying and CBH. Man, CBH was a surprising project in its ability to energize a viewer base. Very unexpected. Yes, the throne wish list, which there are commands for on Twitch. I should really get a bot for YouTube. There's a surprising amount of stuff on that second page that is just straight up unavailable. Like, a surprising amount of stuff. Okay, so I have returned. I've got everything that I need. Let us head back. Outlier Tower. Although, like always, if anybody wants to support me in any other more meaningful ways, the best one-time method is by simply doing a donation. There's at least a link beneath the video on Twitch, and if you want to support me on a long-running basis, there's a plethora of methods, but Patreon is probably the best one because they take the smallest cut out of all the platforms. Not that I expect anyone to do that. Man. I feel like I've got a freaking waterfall down the back of my throat. Minecraft Fallout is how I originally found you. Just found an old like I had. It's one of my earliest ones on YouTube. Wow. Man, that really was going back. I remember the Minecraft Fallout thing. So we've returned. Now, unfortunately, there is no copper that spawns in this area. I'm going to have to dig extra deep if I want to be able to make any sort of lightning rods. So... okay, so... do we have wood here? There should be wood here. None of the chests are labeled. Nothing but stone. Stone. Dirt. Here we go. Wood, finally. I was trying to find a Fallout mod for Minecraft, and that led me down the rabbit hole to you. Oh, well then. Creed officer. Dumping more squats on me. Dumping more squats onto my dumpy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40... Wait. Ah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, that's all the squats for the day. Well, congrats to you, chat. You managed to make me do all squats. Alright. Is there no clock in here? I'm so used to there being a clock in my houses. Here we go. Get one of those. These bad boys. Much better. If I was on Twitch, you would have been printer spaghettied. Printer spaghettied. No baking today, but I wanted to see you get bread. Well, you know, I do enjoy kneading the loaf, but I've basically given up on like trying to ration my bread out to make certain I have enough all week long. And I'm like, nope, I'm done with that. Whenever I need a new loaf of bread, I'm just gonna wake up early to make a new loaf of bread. So I'm no longer on a strict regimen of like, this is how much bread I have for the week, and then I only make bread on Saturday. I'm busy enough on Saturday as it is. I don't want to be making bread on Saturday as well. Every single time. So, I'm I'm still making bread, and there's a chance that I'll end up doing it on Saturday again. It's just, it's not a strict schedule anymore. Oh, wait a minute. That was a, that was a flirt. Okay. I wanted to see you get bread. Oh my god, I wanted to see you get bread. Oh my oh my god. You filthy, filthy freak. Well, if you're interested, I can lay down and you can work on my back. You can knead me out. How's that for reverse? I put so much extra storage down here for nether warts that just never ended up getting used. Let me try that again. Here we go. I'll go get the massage oil and lay down. You can go ahead and knead all the kinks out of me. There's a flirt. Much better. Printer spaghetti. I didn't even know that there were emotes for printer and spaghetti. Okay, we'll just... I'm just waiting for night to fall so I can cycle it around the day, get rid of the rain, and not have to worry about the safety of the villagers when I return. Okay, looks like it's all good. Man, this was so long ago. This was before I built any auto farms. Well, not auto farms, but mostly automated farms. Supposed to be the paste and copy emoji. Paste, pasta spaghetti. Okay. Printer spaghetti, pasting. Okay. Copy pasta. I get it. I get it now. I get it. I get it. Oh my god. Okay, so... there we go. Replanted everything here, because why not? Man, I built a lava keeper down here as well. This was before, like, infinite lava farms became a thing. Okay, let's go ahead and sleep. Right. The rain will clear up. And now we can run out and start working on securing that village. Which, if I'm correct, it's completely unloaded, so it's perfectly fine. Man, chat, I feel a little bit guilty for not having done more spooky stuff for the Halloween season. Admittedly, you know, I still got Reginald up there, along with the fancy pants above him. All right, I'm going to bounce. Have a good one. See ya. Hey, Jiggleham, it was nice to see ya. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's always nice to see you come along, even for a brief moment or two. Okay, this particular little hillock here can come out. But before we do any of that, what we're going to do is we're going to make some of these houses a little bit more secure. And most noteworthy, I think, is the fact that we're going to turn this into the town hall. So we don't want any logs. We want to use all the logs. I'm going to need at least a double chest here. And then we're going to make... turn all the wood black. All the wool is going to be black, and then we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. Okay, with that done, deposit some extra bits and pieces, and we are going to put beds in here. The villagers will hopefully be able to figure out how to get over here. We're going to need to clean up a lot of this, though. I might redesign this house to make it easier to get inside, because the way that the freaking doors just go straight out onto the main path is annoying as all get out. All right. So let's... I'm not interested in, like, optimizing this place either. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, I have to, like, get all of the villagers to be in the correct, you know... They have to have the correct jobs, and it needs to be It's like, no, that's not what this place is for. What is your soundtrack today, Will? It's nice, albeit a little forlorn. This is the soundtrack for V Rising. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so this hillock here needs to straight up just come out. Like, there are so many good soundtracks, but unfortunately there are a lot of soundtracks where it's like, you know, I get what they're going for here, but at the same time it doesn't make for good, easy listening. Trying to find a soundtrack that's good for easy listening can be a pretty big challenge, in all honesty. Alright, so what we're gonna do, I think... I'm gonna flatten... Oops. Ah. Ah! Go. So we're gonna rip this down. God, so many of these villages can be extremely jank. Ain't nobody hanging out in this little one. Okay, so... I'm gonna try to make as straight of walls to go around everything as possible. So this has got to come out. This has got to come out. Got it. Okay. Bye, Jiggly. Man, you know what you got me thinking about now? You got me thinking about how to deal with this. Well, the wall's gonna come in right here. It's gonna function by factors of 5 with a pillar. Two of you, would you please? 2, 5, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It absolutely has to turn here. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go ahead and fill this in. Okay, so night has fallen. I suppose now is a great time for me to take a moment and try to light this place up as best as I can. Let's go ahead and Let's make some additional beds, yeah? Quick and dirty. These villagers are freaking idiots. See, this is what I was worried about. This is the exact shit that I was freaking worried about. I don't know how the hell to stay near their freaking home and not get murderized. Alright, I'd better actually sleep. Hope that the freaking... Well, at least one has found its way into the... Two of them! Oh my god, It's a miracle, everyone. We've got 2 villagers that have found their way into one of the houses. The mouse wires. Oh, God, you scared me. Hello, sirs. Sirs. Guess who isn't getting out now? What the hell is the doorway to get in? Oh my god. Okay, so we need another bed, I guess. Okay, there's a spare bed in here. I gotta light this place up to make certain nothing goes wrong. Okay, I still have that boat. I can hear a skeleton, dude. Alright, listen, bro. I really, really need you to... There. Yes! Yes! Okay, I've locked as many of them away as I can so that they remain safe, relatively speaking. What are you doing all blinged out like that? Holy shit! Holy shit! God damn it. My God! What happened? It's a fucking zombie party! For fuck's sake. God. Oh my God! Get out of here. I do not have time for this shit. Yeah, that's the power of Pierce, bitches! Whew. I think a zombie assault started on the village. I haven't had to deal with something like this in so long. Holy crap, man. Okay. Oh my god. How many more of them am I gonna have to freaking deal with? Okay. I had better set my spawn point here. Oh, that's a taken bed. Okay. Well, better keep that guy in there. All the beds are taken. My god. Okay then. There are a lot of villagers here. Well, you know what? This will do for the moment. Go ahead and sleep through the night. We got him thinking, but we caught it before it got too dangerous. Wait, what? Caught what before it got too dangerous? I'm confused. Put that boat away. I didn't safely secure all of the villagers. It'll just have to be that way. Okay, we're gonna go back to what we were doing before the night interrupted us so thoroughly. Okay, let's go back and fix up the wall where I had futzed it up here. One, two, three, four. Okay, cool. So we will go back and work on the wall where it stands, or where the foundations of it are anyway. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. We are just gonna remove. We can reasonably flatten something. We're going to. Two, three, four, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Two, three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Okay, so this is the last line right here. I could just build the wall backwards right here. I guess I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the question becomes how much of... Like, I do not like this hill over here, and I don't like this little pillbox. Like, I feel like I could get away with just ripping this entire hillside out and leaving that hillside in, and just, like, that's the whole thing. Local bunny is dead. Wait, a bunny died? I didn't catch that. I'm sore. Had good fights today at LARP, though. Oh, well, that's good to hear. Greetings, Zouchin. How you doing? At least you had fun before you died. So this is what I'm thinking, that the farm fields can stay elevated over here. But I'm thinking... So, wait a minute, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's so close. It's so close to being able to tile one extra right in between them. It'll have to be adjusted, though. Tis my fursona. I'm doing great, making plans, being cute. Fursona. I keep forgetting that a lot of my audience are furries. Like, a not insignificant number of you guys are like, yes, I shall wear a fur costume. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Something like that. I gotta make a hard decision about this spot back here. So, the wall's gonna come off of that cliff and it's gonna come over here, and I do not want it coming over onto another hillside. So I'm just gonna rip this entire hill out, okay? But before I do that, I have to make a decision about this place. I need to get the villager out of there. But I gotta have a place for that villager to go and sleep, so I'm down... The villager's gonna go for the bed that I used. There's no getting around that part. So... I guess the solution is to just let the villager out and wait for them to get into the... Okay, I'll just rip the building down and I'll wait for the villager to sleep at night. I guess that's the decent plan. Hello. I don't know if I'm ripping down your house or your prison. Both of those sound like they are equally feasible, given the fact that you couldn't leave this place. Here's my silk touch here. A silky, silky touch. Paid for the premium experience, the silky touch. I love a silky touch. It's wonderful. It's one of the reasons why I wear silky... Anyways. Alright, gotta go later, Will. Hey, it was nice to see you for a while there, Black Claw, even though you are absolutely not here to hear me say this now, in the event that you do watch the VOD. You know, thanks so much for coming along for the ride. Sorry about not catching your message sooner. Alright, cool. Ripped out the building, ripped out its foundation. Go ahead and put all of that away. Alright, next step is to take this hill out. I own a blue rabbit-eared hoodie. That's the limit of my fursuit. Aw, you gotta up that game. That's rookie. You gotta go for heat exhaustion in the middle of July, man. You're not a true fursuit. You're not going full fursuit unless you're wearing that stuff in the middle of July in a convention hall in Austin, Texas. The night has arrived. Oh, wait. Night. It's nighttime. Okay, cool. He's all blocked in. Ah, Dying Light. Yeah, whenever I made a guide for it, I had to get that clip, and I just dumped it in the right on top of one of my hard drives. Not even in a subfolder or anything. It's just like, no, you open the hard drive and it's one of the first files that's there for you to see. So I've just never moved it, and I'm now like, well, I guess it's just gonna stay there. Right. I think I have to make another bed now. So, I am getting into increasing the cramped space. It's always such a surprise how fast that shovel works, and I'm super happy about it too. All right, now the last of the NPCs have been locked into safety until I can get a defensive wall completed. Okay. Right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this farm field and I'm going to move it right over next to this one to save on resources. So, gonna need more oak logs because I want the wall here for the whole thing to be. Oh, he's constantly stepping on the pressure plate table in there. Oh, look at that. They finally got their first golem. I'll have to get them workstations and whatnot at some point as well. Okay, so I think what I want is to try and turn this area over here into a flat surface like this. So 1, 2, 1, 2. That means that this area here needs to get filled in. You ever sit there and play a game, and you're enjoying yourself playing it, but you keep thinking about another game? I think that energy there, where it's like, I'm having fun with this game, but I keep thinking about a different game, is exactly what leads to game hopping. So, chat, you know what? I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be present. I'm happy to be part of your lives. And I'm happy to be of aid and distraction in trying times, you know? I have no egg to offer you in these trying times, sadly. I can't go full Danny DeVito on you, but I can do whatever I can. Okay, so let's I should have a bucket in one of these shulkers. Yep, I got at least one bucket. Okay, let's deposit some material and let's get the farm fields looking right here. Vintage story, enshrouded web fishing, weeb fishing, weeb fishing. Okay, so, oh right, I'm gonna need the hoe as well, my diamond hoe. Okay, so. This is a double carrot plot, so it doesn't look like it really matters all that much. Okay, so what we need is then, so it's 2, and then 1, and then 2, and then logs. Okay, so yeah, just straight up to here. So with that done, we will line the edges. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then up the side. Put these in temporarily. It'll get the job done. Go. And then we'll just rip all of this out. Got the dirt. Then we put in this strip. And even though it won't do a single thing, I'm gonna go ahead and just do that. Because my OCD would be like that. Wait, I didn't need it there. I needed it right here. Go. Rip that out. Cool. Okay, so next we bucket up some of the water. Okay, it's all good. That's done. We will 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Looking good. Super inefficient farm, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. It's not meant for me. Okay, so with that done, we will now plant up a bunch of carrots. Ooh. But egg. Eggy goodness. Hello, Ratchet. I see you down there. How you doing? You certainly aren't giving me a look. Oh. Would you like a little bit of munch? Crunch and munch? Now we can continue removing the hillside. Man. Oh, man. Why is it always the babbies? I'm gonna have to be so freaking mindful of Ratchet down there. Harker has a habit of sneaking in after Ratchet has finished his little munchy munch and stealing as much of the food away as he can because Harker doesn't have portion control. Something Freud. Okay, so I think that this little thing here is gonna have to come out. We don't want this hillside here either. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's looking fantastic. Still gotta come down 2 more levels, though. This side over here... Okay, this is done now. This immediate area behind the house. This doesn't need to go to come down at all. This, however, oh, bless my soft satin shorts. This is a lot of work. Bingo. Hey, hey. Cool. So, chat, I have a question for you. When it comes to pizza, thin crust or original? Thin or original crust, man. There are not many questions in life that are more important than this right here. Okay. I've done a little bit of cleaning up here. Let's go ahead and let's check what I'm going to do with the wall. Yeah? One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five. So I need to basically clean this out still. Dependent. Pineapple. How dare you? Is wholly dependent on number of toppings. I like both. Sometimes crunch good. Yeah, I guess you're right. Like, having a thin crust pizza does not lend itself to having, like, a load of toppings on it. May as well get rid of some of this stuff that is filling in the lowland. Oh, maybe I should. I don't know. This turned into a big stinking pain now. Okay, so we'll do a stack of 3 on these. I just need to get some stuff out of my inventory. May as well start building the wall to some degree. This one right here is going to be interesting, though. One, two, three. There we go. Also, I think that Tev is getting hungry. I have to think about stopping soon. 4 o'clock is usually when I'm supposed to stop anyway, so. There we go. Alright, slowly removing my kneecaps. Ever so slowly removing my kneecaps. Fucking creepers, man. Motherfucking creepers! Okay, so... clean this up a little bit. Holy. Did I ever tell you that I hate creepers? I hate creepers. I'm not really a fan of this little house. I'm thinking maybe what I'll end up doing is moving this farm over there and adjusting the land a little bit before I finish building the walls. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Man, salt really gets me whenever the creepers start going explodey on me. Which isn't the fun type of explodey. Like, there's a legitimate fun type of explodey. It usually happens in the bedroom. But, you know, there's good exploding and there's bad exploding. And creepers are the bad exploding. Alright, well... Okay, so there we go. I am now out of storage space. Yay. Gotta finish up working on this section, though. And it's a pain in the butt, man. Oh, it's a pain in the butt. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that would be 5. So I guess we'll leave just enough right here. Rip all this out. Man, I ran out of music. Let's listen to this one, shall we? No, not that. There. Something a little bit more upbeat for the end of the stream, yeah? Bet you didn't expect me to be doing this. Of all the things for me to be doing today, this was not what I expected to be doing in Minecraft. Refurbishing an existing village for the purpose of having villagers in the vicinity of one of the existing places that I've built on the map. Sometimes you don't know what you're gonna do with your day, and sometimes it just kind of works out. Like, I wouldn't call this, like, significantly working out, but it's okay. Gonna do with the team tonight? The plan tonight is to do more vintage story, or at least that's what I'm assuming the situation is. We haven't really had a discussion. It's just we've been on more of a vintage story kick as of late. I think at some point we will be going back to do the rest of the 7 days thing, but it's also like something that is an open possibility. Is we could get together and we could do some Enshrouded, because there was enough space on the server that was rented for the vintage story fun that Dave is able to do a second deploy a second operation on it. So we have a selection of options. We're gonna repair the shovel first right now. Unfortunately, my offer to do some dance practice, specifically the type that requires that you spin around on a pole, that was shot down instantaneously by the team. They said something about it being not interesting and quote, workplace inappropriate, I think the term was. I'm still confused by that phrase right there. But sorry to say, like it appears no one's getting a free dance show tonight. So sadly, chat, you will have to figure out how to get some sort of a dance in your pants going on without me dancing on the pole. So well, at least I'm sourcing plenty of material to build up the village to some degree. While I'm sitting here working on refurbishing this village, as it were, I just keep thinking about, like, what I could be doing in Enshrouded. I keep thinking about what I could be doing in Core Keeper. I keep thinking about the construction projects that I could be finishing off in Vintage Story. I have so many, like, bouncing ideas inside of the old brain pan, you know? Oh, man, that's right. You know what I have to do tonight? I need to do a cook. Oh, I have to do a roast. Man, I have a lot of work to do. I have to do a roast, but I also have to do a cook. The cook is for a batch of moonshine, as it were. Not legitimate moonshine, mind you. It's just, that's what it's called because you dump stupid strong alcohol into it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, place the block. All right, I learned my lesson last night. I'm hitting the fucking hay. I am not waiting for creepers to show up and ruin my day. Okay, so we will make one additional chest. Ugh, so many humming villagers, my word. I can actually free up at least one inventory space here. Oh, scusi. Jeez. Okay. Alright, this is looking good. I'm not going to do any more, like, ground correction or terraforming or anything like that. So we're just going to rip up the stone that we've got here, replace it with grass or dirt, and we're going to be good. Go ahead and enjoy my slick ride. There's nothing like chewing through this stuff. Although, you know, something that I do have to figure out is where on earth a bastion is in the nether. Because I cannot make any additional netherite tools. It used to be that you could just make netherite by combining the materials properly and applying it to your tools, but now you have to have those templates. And on this server, there has been no bastion discovered. Now I know that they exist because, you know, like I have that single player world, and it's like, okay, we'll go in and we'll use the commands to find the we'll find a bastion using the locate function. And I've done it, but I don't remember where the bastion was located. But I'm 90% certain that I found a bastion on the server already. How you doing there, chat? I know that later in the stream things tend to get a little bit more quiet from you guys, which is fine. I don't want anybody to feel obligated to talk or speak or anything like that. And I am winding down here. I am at the 4-hour mark. Well, I'm close to the 4-hour mark. I'm 3.5 hours in, but I'm at 4 o'clock, which is usually when I'm supposed to be stopping. You're doing crochet. Now, here's a funny thing about the word crochet. Every single time I see it, I do not think crochet. And you're never gonna believe what words I think I'm seeing whenever crochet as a word comes across my eyes. I keep thinking that I'm seeing the word crotchet. Does that make sense? Davy Crockett. Oh my god. It's not Crockett. I see specifically crotch it. Like that is the pronunciation that I don't know why. Ever since I saw the word crochet the first time in my life, I think I understood the word crotch. Because that's like, you know how like a lot of television is like, oh, we're going to investigate a murder and there was, you know, like sexual assault was part of it or something like that, you know. And for like whenever they do that on like broadcast television, the word crotch is an acceptable word to use whenever talking about those topics. So every single time I was like that was the way I was introduced to that word. And then crochet, because of its strange spelling, my immediate next reaction was like, oh, crotchet? What? Like, it confused the shit out of me as a kid. And bop it. And crotchet. God, Dave. Alright, well, one thing that I'm going to do at a bare minimum before I stop is I am going to get this, I'm gonna get the blank slate of this wall finished, okay? Like, the wall's not gonna be complete. It's gonna have all of those, like, gaps in it from the setup or the style, but it is going to have the entirety. Have we done an accent? Could we close it out with Strife doing the accent of any Pokemon of his choosing? You know what? I'm gonna pull a veto. I'm rejecting that. I am not gonna sit there and just go Pikachu, Pikachu, Pikachu over and over again. I'm not doing it. You are soundly rejected, Dave. That is only marginally different from sending me down the path of the Swedish chef. Will you never let me have any fun? This is a competition, Dave. It's a competition for who can be the biggest buzzkill. Alright, that's a lot of dirt and stuff out of my inventory. Alright, so with that done... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so... there's the basic version of the wall done. Two, three. One, two, three. We're almost there. Wonder if I have enough brick to finish this up without having to craft more. I know I've definitely got the stone to make all the brick. Maybe even in my inventory. Chat, maybe we should do the accent. Snorlax. Oh, you have fun with that there, you know? We'll see whether or not the spam filter decides that you're being weird. Almost there. Will I be able to finish this before a skeleton shows up and tries to stick an arrow in my ass? Ah, so close. Alright. Now that that's done, now is the perfect time for me to run around and slap torches everywhere. It's looking pretty good. I'm feeling like the inside of the walls have been thoroughly lit. And that things are okay now. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh. All right. That, I think... Stop that music. All right. I think that is where we have... that's where we stop for the day. That is where we stop for the day. About 15 minutes short of my full 4-hour session that I typically do. Chat, you've been a wonderful and lovely audience today. Thank you so much for coming along for the ride. Thank you so much for the support, all of the bits and stuff that were redeemed earlier. So we do have 50 squats to get out of the way. Let me go ahead and get this off. Oh, wee. And thankfully, nobody dropped a surprise hundo on me, which is perfectly fine. On the note of hundos, though, don't forget there are new fresh pictures to be published. There just has to be the proper financial incentive for them to be released, and you guys can look forward to that in the future. Assuming that funds materialize. There we go. That's the best way to phrase it. So without any other distractions, chat, we're going to do 50 squats and then it's going to be stream out for me. And hopefully you will see me this evening for something. I think we're going to play Vintage Story. It could always be something a little bit different with the team. There's always the mild chance that nothing will happen tonight as well. I don't want to promise anything that I don't know is actually going to come to pass. So that's the whole story. Chat, thank you so much for watching. For those of you who aren't going to hang out, be ready to see me again, hopefully in about 5 hours for an evening stream. And if not then, 11 a.m. U.S. Central Time on Monday for some fun times. So let's go ahead and get 50 squats out of the way, and then I will see you all later. Here we go. Not bad. 50 squats in 3 minutes. That's pretty good. Whew. What a workout. All right, chat. To those of you who hung out to the end, thanks so much. I'll see you in 5 hours, hopefully. Until then, take care of yourselves. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay sane. See you later.